Good afternoon. I'm Trista Keaton. Welcome to The Source. Today's Source will feature an update on the Palestine soil in Roachdale, as well as an expo on the Iphigenia performance at DePauw. As promised, we have updates concerning the Palestine soil in the Roachdale Landfill. A group of professors and student researchers at Purdue are performing voluntary testing on the soil for any chemical contamination. They believe the soil is more unsafe than the government has led local Palestine and Putnam County residents to believe. Their testing so far reveals toxic chemicals, suggesting widespread contamination in the waterways as well as airways. Professor Brandon Bohr is quoted saying, "At Purdue University, we have very sophisticated instrumentation. We are able to study the air. We are using a proton transfer reaction time of flight mass spectrometer. It is a highly sensitive device that can detect all the chemical compounds that may be released. These pollutants are inconclusive as the studies continue, but the source will update as the news become available." In other news, last weekend, the DePauw Theater staged a captivating multimedia production of the Greek tragedy Iphigenia. Directed by DePauw alum Felicia Santiago, the play received a modern cultural twist as the director infused contemporary excesses like sex, drugs, and ethereal characters into the original fable. The production also featured music videos produced by Hai Chu, a first-year student at DePauw. Our news team visited the set and interviewed both director Santiago and faculty advisor Professor Tim Good.
1,000 factory girls move as the beat consumes the everlasting promise of sundown. Oh, Iphigenia feels her name escape amongst the pale insomnia of the fake Gucci, Prada, and helmet laying seething around her. Oh.
Felicia, though, has been working on it for 2 years. And so this has been a very long process for us together. She came in October to help recruit. And as a younger person with other points of view, I mean, that's why we hired her. The students have really connected with her, and so it helps us connect to the students better as well. So it's really helped the entire program. Not only has she has her own career now, 10 years out, but she has an idea of what DePauw needs and hasn't had, and really brings the fire and the energy and is helping a wide variety of students find their own voice here.
Hold your breath, dear angel.
I'm so proud. I just feel so proud of every single person that has been involved in this. It's been quite a process from finding out that we couldn't do the original play, and then scrambling to find a new one, and then knowing that this was going to be an interdepartmental challenge, and seeing just everyone come together has been amazing.
I'm losing every part of me, but I'm all right.
At this point, I tell all the actors, it's your show now, and the only thing that I can ask for is that you continue to take risks, that you continue to have fun, play, and explore, because, I mean, that's what this is, right? It's called a play for a reason, so.
We have film, we have television, we have art, we have storytelling, we have music, and it's a real great play for leading us into our new School of the Arts as a demonstration of what's possible with our actual cooperation, which right now depends on people like Professor Abed and myself saying yes. We hope to put in actual structures so the students can have more yes and more opportunities and more amazing things like what is going to happen out here tonight.
We will now move on into our weekly segment of The War Room, featuring PAC student and researcher Jake Wood.
Thanks, Trista. I'm Jake Wood, and this is The War Room. We start with a story concerning funding in Ukraine. Ukraine and the International Monetary Fund have reached an agreement that will provide an estimated $15.6 billion in aid to the war-torn country. Ukraine and the IMF hope the loan will allow for the stability of the Ukrainian economy in the face of the year-old Russian invasion. The aid will not benefit the country's military, but will instead be used to protect the economy of the country from collapsing. This development comes after the IMF announced a change in its rules for loans that provide exceptions to countries with, quote, exceptionally high uncertainty, enabling Ukraine to receive the funding. Our next story features the Syrian regime accusing Israel of attacking the Aleppo airport. The Syrian regime said on Wednesday, March 22nd, that the military forces of Israel carried out an airstrike on the international airport in the northern city of Aleppo. The attack caused damage to the facility and caused it to cease operations until repairs can be made. This airstrike is the second attack on the airport this month and is one of many Israeli airstrikes targeting the Assad regime and its allies. Israel has a pattern of carrying out strikes in Syria, typically targeting militias backed by Iran, one of Israel's primary rivals. Despite numerous publicized incidents, Israel does not publicly reveal information about its military operations in the country. That concludes this week's Source. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and our YouTube channel at D3TV to stay updated on the real news.